not understanding.
Okay. Okay, and Joel, help me if you. We did that years ago. The state allowed the school districts. It used to only be hospital districts. Now school districts are allowed a variety of procurement methods. Procurement methods is how am I going to get my contractor to build this?
Yeah, we're talking about building, not
design.
Not design.
Okay.
So we're talking about how is it going to get.
So the typical one is, in the old days was the bid method. You know, it's kind of a low person gets it, and if that contractor was a contractor you just had problems with on another project, too bad.
Right.
You had to get it. Well, the state allows you now to go to a modified version of that, which is called competitive sealed proposals, where the bid is only one portion of that ranking, okay? That's one way. Another way is design build, where the architect and the contractor get together, and they're a team, and that's the way we build it. We think that there's a bad perception there because the fox is guarding the hen house. So we want to stay away from the contractor. So what the procurement method is construction manager at risk, and what the board or what the staff is asking the board to approve is that we will go out for requests for proposals, a lot like you did for your architects. Okay? And we, or the board, for construction only.
And to put them all together to save costs, the projects together to save costs.
That's correct.
Well, what happens is they come in earlier. So in the normal method, we would finish our drawings, it would go out for pricing, we'd get a price back, and then you would.
And if you're over
you would pick somebody. But if you were over budget, then we had to go back to the drawing board essentially and revise it to get it within budget. What CM at Risk does is it allows the contractor to come on board earlier and be part of our team while we're drawing.
Okay.
He's giving us feedback and making sure that we're in price. So by the time we get to that 70% that Mr. Rodriguez talked about, and we get a GMP, theoretically,
maximum price.
Right. Theoretically, we'll be closer in sync to being in the right place at the right time. The other thing it does, as Raymond mentioned, is that it allows us to do things like sequencing and making sure that we have clear separations for your students and staff, and that we are able to say, hey, you need to close down on testing days because this is what we need to do. Those things are easily done, or easier done with the CM at Risk, as somebody that's been part of our team, as opposed to in the bidding method that Raymond.
It just I want to make sure that we're clear on when Joel says, and I say, part of our team, that is a separate entity. You're going to have a construction contract over here.
You just mean the communication while
communication part of the team.
Right.
We are not working with the contractor. Right. You are our client.
Right.
Okay. And our job is to make sure that the contractor delivers for the price we have and the quality we have. When we say part of our team is we get them on board early, and the contractor can say, you know what, the cost of brick is going through the roof today, and let's do this. Let's use precast, or the cost of precast is going through the roof. Let's use brick. Those kind of things that we can get their input on now, as opposed to after the bids come in. But I just wanted to be clear that when we say part of our team, our contract is with TMISD.
No. I had a question in my head because our great superintendent has already, you know, we've discussed doing projects, each individual project. You know, you've told us over and over this, you know, let's take each individual project, which I think is the way to do it. I mean, I just think that that's the safe thing for us to do with what has happened in our school district in the past. And so that was my question about, you know, but I understand, makes sense, and thank you for explaining it.
Not a problem.
The only other thing is that if we can't reach a price with a guaranteed maximum price, then he doesn't have a contract.
Right.
We can go to the next contract.
We cut them off and we're going.
Yeah. The other thing that I want to mention is that on the construction manager at risk, we've done some projects. I know some of you, and I know this is, for us it's become easier, but for you guys it becomes a little. But we've done the ADC construction manager at risk. We did the bus office relocation construction manager at risk. So we've done some projects. This is rather large, and so the board, the state does require that the board approve the construction delivery method, meaning the way the contract is going out for construction. So those are only two notes I want to say, but Raymond pretty well covered.
Thank you for asking that.
Good question.
That's a good question.
Okay, there's been a motion and a second, and there's been discussion. Is there any further questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Thank you very much. And we're going to rearrange a little bit because of the fact that, we get some of the...
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
You guys did a great job.
Yeah,
Thank
You
you.
all did a very good job.
Thank you.